I'm about to start something I have the feeling I'm going to massively regret. Now, both because I hate myself and I have far too much time, I decided to compile the lore of the Dream SMP. And they're on a break, so now I have time to catch up and share it with all of you, because I am the archivist now. Is that how you say that? We're gonna start at the very beginning, which is a very good place to start. The early days of the SMP. Era BT, before Tommy. April 24th, 2020 to July 4th, 2020. So, the server starts April 24th, 2020, and it's just Dream and George. The original members are Dream, George, Sapnap, Bad Boy Halo, Callahan Punk, Alyssa, and Awesome Dude. A lot of these are going to be really pivotal players in later parts, so don't forget them. This time, it's straight up just a survival world. There's no lore, there's no grand storytelling, everyone's getting along, for the most part, everything's fine. And at the center of it all is the community house. Remember it. It was built by Dream, George, and Sapnap, and I'll refer to those three as a dream team as needed because I'm lazy. It was used as a midpoint for this whole server, and it's a place where everyone goes. Yeah, it's community house. Hi. Also, the floor is crafting tables. You can look up the jokes if you want yourself. I'm not saying that out loud. So, during the early days, there's a lot of playful fighting. Everyone's having a great time. It's going swell. Lots of people get pets. George has Beckerson, his fish. Sapnap gets Mars, his fish, and Skechers, and Max. Those are both foxes. May 5th is when Dream tames Spirit. Now, don't forget Spirit. That's going to be important later. Also, that day, Dream banishes George from the community house. Tensions are rising. The next day, George steals Dream's things. May 8th is when Punk first joins. He kills Max. You get used to a lot of pet death. That's gonna happen. He builds his lemon tree, and then Sapnap burns it like a little arsonist that he is. And this is also when the storytime stream occurs. When Sapnap accidentally kills Spirit, Dream's horse, and they make a memorial, and the leather of Spirit is accidentally used to make the item frame, Sapnap names another piece of leather Spirit. So really, the actual Spirit is gone forever. Sorry. May 10th is when Bad joins for the first time, and everyone is killing each other. Also get used to that. That's gonna happen quite often. Just go with it. Sapnap steals Bad's fish, Mr. Squeegee, and then he kills it. And Bad leaves. And then Dream replaces the fish, and everything's fine. May 11th, the courthouse is built, and Callahan is put on trial for being a simp. George kills him, and then he is put on trial for killing Callahan. George is found guilty, and he is then killed. May 14th, Sapnap is put on trial for killing a horse. Jeffrey has stolen Joffrey, the dead horse. Sapnap is found guilty, and then he is killed, and George is put in trial for stealing the horse. Bad thinks that, Sapnap's a little neglectful towards his animals because for some reason they keep dying. Also, George is found guilty and killed. I don't know how they go along with it. They just do. May 16th, the Prime Path starts by Dream. May 23rd, the Watchtower is found by George, and he starts his underground base. Woo! June 29th, Sapnap begins the Hall of Fame. A lot of buildings were made in this time, if you couldn't tell. And then July 4th, George joins and his house is pranked. And Punk, they build another lemon tree. Punk really likes his freaking lemon tree. And also, Tommy in it joins the server. I think this allows for a costume change. I'm a cosplayer, what do you expect from me? Okay, the early days, part 2. After Tommy, July 4th to July 24th. Because apparently 4 is an important number. The 4th. Tommy joins and is quickly banished after repeatedly killing George. He claims everything is his, and then he blows up the courthouse. Punk and Tommy get into a lot of conflict over land and whatnot. It's fine. July 7th, Tubbo, Puns, and Fundy are added. Oh god, this was a mistake. They each make their own houses, nice. Tubbo acquires this. Fundy's secret base is in a cave. Dream makes a base, the one by Tommy's house. And Tommy's watchtower is created. Man loves his towers. July 8th, Tommy gets Cat, the first disc that he has acquired, in a spawner room. The discs are very important to him. Don't forget about them. Discs are important, guys. Don't forget about them. Tommy and Fundy also mess with Tubbo with invisibility potions. meaning drugs. Can I say that on YouTube? July 9th, Purpled gets on, and he starts his UFO, which plays into his canon lore. And Sapnap burns down Punk's lemon tree. Again, man can't catch a break. So then Punk and Alyssa burn Sapnap's house. And Dream gets involved, and he steals Mellow High and Cat from Tommy. Don't touch Tommy's discs. Everyone will learn that quickly. Tommy, Sapnap, and Tubbo also fight with Dream a lot in order to get the discs back, and this leads to the first war of discs and the disc saga as a whole. July 10th. Dream is looking for the discs. While Tubbo and Tommy fight with him, Dream steals them, and then Tommy is able to scam him and get them back. But they are fake ones. So this means that Dream actually has the real ones. Tommy doesn't have the real discs. He thinks he does. He doesn't. July 11th, the socializing club conflict occurs. There's a lot of conflicts. This is between Fundy, Tommy, Tubbo, and Purple. Fundy goes after Dream, but he's not able to kill him, so then he goes after Tubbo, because you might as well get the second best option. He tries to get Tubbo to break one of the server rules, which is no stealing. And Fundy goes into Tubbo's house to kill him, but then he finds Purple stealing. That's breaking a rule. And so he finally ends up killing Tubbo after Tubbo gets Fundy's property. It was a freaking potato. And Fundy goes back to look for Purple, who is building his UFO skybase, and then Tubbo pops in, he's tricked again, and Fundy tries to kill him, and Purple ignores all of this. What a bystander. There's a lot of fighting between the groups. Everyone's annoyed at each other. It's not going well. And then neutrality is made after a while. And the formal socializing club is created by Fundy to peacefully resolve server conflicts. Guess how well that's gonna work out. Later on, Tommy and Tubbo go to Dream's base to get the real discs because Tommy realizes, oh wait, these aren't the real discs, I should get mine. He's able to, and this marks the end of the first disc conflict. Punk relocates to the Nether and he starts his Project Snow Zone. This is going to be unfinished and will later be renamed the Staircase to Heaven by Tommy and Tubbo. So much happened on July 11th. Purple traps Fundy, Tommy, Dream, and even himself in a trap at the entrance to the socializing club, because we're all good at traps in this household. And then Tommy kills Spins, Tubbo's bee. He's replaced it with a new one from puns named Spuns, wordplay. And finally, Wilbur Soot has joined. This is strangely the most committed I've been to a bit in a while. Alrighty, July 15th. Purple builds Area 51 underneath his UFO because aliens. And Fundy gives Tubbo Cat, and Tubbo tries to get Fundy to give him Chirp, another one of the discs. Tommy is trying to farm discs, and he obtains 13, Maul, and Far. So he's kinda grinding, man. Purple goes to kill Tommy, and he fails because reasons. And there's a trial, and Purple is then locked in a cell. Tommy is the judge, and bans Tubbo. Who thought putting Tommy as a judge would be a good idea? Purple then mines out of his cell, and there's no final say to this. It just ends because everyone gives up. The 16th. Wilbur and Jay Schlatt hop on board. Wilbur makes his hanging wooden ball home, and Jay Schlatt makes his cuck shed and is then banned by Dream. I can't believe I just said that. July 17th, Punk and Purple form an alliance. July 18th, Skeppy joins, and then he grieves Tommy's house. July 19th, Eric joins, and Skeppy burns one of Tommy's discs. What was the rule about Tommy's disc, guys? July 20th. Eric builds his castle, because monarchy. Tubbo, Fundy, Eric, and Tommy, they collect nether stars in order to form the server's first withers. Tommy builds up the sewer system that connects all the houses. And the XP farm is built under Pun's yard. It's the main source of XP throughout the server. Tubbo then ends up moving to the jungle via the ceiling of the nether. Smart boy. And Fundy is partly an owner and creates a circuit to play Able Sisters. Tommy makes his power tower, told you he liked towers, and connects it to the main sewer system. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. L'Manberg, creation, and independence, baby! This is gonna get annoying after a while. Anyway, this period is from July 24th to August 2nd. We work in short time frames in this world. The July 24th. Wilbur comes back and he starts a drug empire. It's potions, don't worry YouTube, I'm pretending. And Tommy is there. They make the Camarvan. A misspelling of caravan because not all of us can spell correctly, guys. They try to collect all the brewing stands in the server so that they can create a monopoly on potions. This is capitalism now, baby. Do you remember Econ? They also start a rumor towards Tubbo and Sapnap in order to get blaze rods. And I will not say what the rumor is out loud because I have at least a little shred of decency. Sapnap tries to put a stop to this. They don't want the two starting a drug empire. Guess who's gonna do it anyway? So he refuses to give the two blaze rods and calls them addicts. It's not very cash money of you. Wilbur and Tommy swam away in the river so that Tubbo and Sapnap can't spy on them. They're partners in crime, baby. These brothers, crime duo, they're gonna do it all. And Tubbo and Sapnap are trying to get evidence so that the two can go to court and be convicted. And then Fundy finds the camera van. Fundy is called to frame Sapnap for drugs, and Wilbur and Tommy are trying to take them away from Tubbo and Sapnap. It's a confusing conflict, but you know what? Just go with it. It's fine. Wilbur says that the caravan is a hot dog van. It's a cover. And Sapnap tries to take Wilbur and Tommy to the courthouse for obstruction of justice because Sapnap and Tubbo are trying to put an end to all this. And then Tommy gets killed. They start the caravan conflict. Saying that misspelling is actually pretty difficult. This conflict, very, very important for the beginning of L'Manberg. Like, this basically starts the true lore of the SMP. Without this, there is no Dream SMP storyline that we all fell in love with. This moment, Tommy and Wilbur gaining up to start a drug empire, this is what your story is built on. Anyway, Eric comes to join Sapnap and Tubbo before Tubbo had hopped up onto the other side, and the group was worried that Fundy would end up joining Wilbur, which you know he did. So Purpled and Ponk also arrive, and having loose ends with Tommy's in hot water with the two. Purpled and Ponk ally with Eric, Tubbo, and Sapnap before Tubbo switch sides, and they're trying to arrest Tommy and Wilbur. Tommy tries to escape, but he is found by Sapnap, who alerts Purpled and Tubbo, and Wilbur is angry at Tommy, for getting caught, and so then he kicks him out of the business. Not a smart move to do to your brother. He kicks him out until Tommy can cut all his loose ends from the past. Tommy is caught in the caves while trying to escape his persecutors. Sapnap and Purple keep circling him, and Tubbo, Ponk, and Eric, they try to get Wilbur, my main man. Tommy is taken to the courthouse, and Fundy goes to the courthouse with Tubbo. Fundy and Wilbur plan to break Tommy out with the potions, but Tubbo ruins this plan, because Tubbo is what we later learn. Kind of a morally gray person. I love you, but Jesus Christ. Eric changes sides, tends to do that one a lot, and tells Wilbur that they are on his side. They lead Fundy to the courthouse and they collect supplies to, for the potions, the drugs. And Eric is playing double agent in this situation. Be used to them doing that. Purpled spies on Fundy and Eric. Because Purpled, everyone in this freaking series. Sapnap is told of Eric's betrayal and then goes to find Eric and Fundy. Ponk and Tommy bond, and this leads to Ponk then breaking Tommy out of the prison. But Tommy's too nice though. He doesn't want to go along with it. And so he doesn't want Ponk to go on and get in trouble, and so he blames himself for it, putting Ponk in the clear. During this, Purple confronts Fundy, and Sapnap and Purple revealed that they know that Aaron's a traitor, but they're not gonna say anything about it, keep it on the down low, They're not gonna convict him, because that's a great thing to do to a felon. Fundy, Eric, Ponk, and Tommy are all at the courthouse. Wilbur is renovating the van, so it won't look like a drug van anymore. Hide the sins of your past. And Tubbo is standing guard during all this to make sure that, it's not drugs. Wilbur lied, saying that he started a business to feed children. His children. Sunday, my boy! Tubbo apologizes because he's a sympathetic person. Or is he? And he gives Wilbur 10 gold. Wilbur planned to break Tommy out of the prison, and then Tubbo is left to deal with all these invisibility potions. At the courthouse, Tommy and Ponk get mad at each other as an act. It's all pretend. Just like this series, please stop hating on people for the fictitious portrayal of their character. Anyway, Eric and Fundy are then put in a jail cell. And Sapnap wants to declare war and execute Tommy, Eric, Ponk, and Fundy, because this man is the definition of emotionally stable. Purple then explains to Sapnap that Ponk had betrayed them as well, with the whole breaking Tommy out of prison thing. And so, now, Eric, Tubbo, Sap, and Purple, they all have Ponk at gunpoint. For legal reasons, it's a bow and arrow in a game. Ponk is then in prison. Wilbur then finds Purple's UFO, because he's still running around during all this. He's not at the courthouse, but he's doing his own thing. Fundy and Eric break out of their cell, and they're chased by Sap and Tubbo and Tommy, while Tommy is able to escape too. Sapnap wants to kill them all. Purple was chasing Wilbur during all this, because UFO, that's his. And he saw Fundy and Eric swimming away. He went after them. Tommy and Tubbo get into a little altercation with Sapnap. And then Sapnap and Tommy duel. Tommy is killed. There's like 2 storylines happening at this point. So Wilbur is with Purple. And he's laughing at Purple because he had just lost Eric and Fundy, the 2 people that he was supposed to be keeping track of. And then Sapnap shoots Wilbur in response. Tubbo offers Wilbur blaze rods. And this signals that he's starting to change sides. Tommy, Fundy, and Eric make their way back to the cameraman. Purple has lost a lot. Boy can't catch a break. And so Sapnap let the group continue with their drugs. Because that's what you do when you just give up. Sapnap, he feels guilty for his actions, the first remorse that he kind of shows. And he gives the blaze rods to Tommy and Wilbur. And Tubbo, while Purple's off getting killed by Fundy. Yay! Eric's killed twice by Purple, and Purple also kills Tommy and Sapnap in this little thing. So at this point, everyone's against Purple. He's his own little side, his little faction. He's gonna be over there. So in the end, Wilbur became angry that, he's not getting everything that he wants. His plan had basically failed, and he saw that all of his enemies were American. And so in order to break away from the SMP, he created L'Manberg, the first named country in the SMP. L'Manberg has now been founded and will attempt to break away from the wider SMP. I wonder how that's gonna go. July 29th, Wilbur, Tommy, and Tubbo create L'Manberg. They make yellow and black borders around the entire country and Dream visits, but he refuses to see L'Manberg as its own country. In order to create peace, Tommy's old home becomes the embassy. In response to the Declaration of Independence signed by Wilbur, Tommy, Tubbo, and Eric, Dream and Sapnap kill Tommy and Tubbo. Dream declares war.
Tommy and Wilbur and the rest of L'Manchildberg, we are at war. There is no mercy. We have burnt down Tubbo's house. We have planted TNT cannons around your land. We have cobblestone walled the outside, and we have shot one warning shot inside your walls as an explosion. And we have no mercy! No mercy for you!
The Dream SMP side is Dream, George, Sapnap, and Puns, while the L'Manberg side consists of Wilbur, Tommy, Tubbo, Fundy, and Eric. Fundy is formally declared Wilbur's son. That is now canonical. Don't ask how he was born. I don't want to get into those logistics right now. July 30th to August 1st. Tommy started to build a fight club, but that's never completed. Get used to buildings never getting completed on this freaking SMP. Eric fortifies the walls of L'Manberg with blackstone, brick walls, and the rocket ship and hut are built. Tubbo collects more blaze rods because remember, drug empire. The Dream Team builds TNT cannons around L'Manberg and shoot warning shots. Eric sees this. Eric sees all. Dream and Sapnap burn Tubbo's old house, and his infamous "I want to see white flag" speech is created.
If you do not surrender, I want to see white flags!
Fundy and Eric traps Dream's secret base, which accidentally traps Tommy. A lot of accidental trapping happening in this, I see. The clingy duo, Tommy and Tubbo, are found by Dream and they lose all their potions. Drugs. The L'Manberg embassy and the Cuck shed, I hate every time I have to say that, are both blown up by Puns, Sapnap, and Dream, and this is the final warning to surrender, but the L'Manbergians... That was a terrible idea. The Battle of the Embassy was seen as a trap by the L'Manbergians, who had arrows shot at them from Tommy's power tower, and they tried to retreat from the embassy, but they were scared and they retreated into the sewers like a little bunch of cowards. And then Wilbur commanded the group to head back, and they move up to Pun's tower, and Dream Team are at Punk's tower. Lots of towers. August 2nd. The war has truly set in. Alright, here's what you need to know. Tubbo is killed by George and Sapnap. Clingy duo are killed at the power tower. People keep dying and respawning. Don't ask canon lies. We don't worry about that at the moment. The Battle of the Two Towers occurs. L'Manberg fires down at the Dream Team, and Wilbur acts as bait. He's nearly killed. Eric suggests that they go back up to L'Manberg and regroup. Smart idea. Or is it? Eric brings the L'Manbergians to the final control room, and she clicks the button. The Dream SMP team is there. He delivers a line.
Down with the revolution, boys! It was never meant to be.
Dream tries to get Wilbur to surrender, but he gives his independence or death speech in response.
Independence or death. If we get no revolution, then we want nothing. We would rather die than give in to you and join your SMP, Dream. And that is our final. You can blow up one piece of TNT in our door all you want. It means nothing to us.
Dream then sets off the TNT trap set by Eric before their betrayal, and a large chunk of L'Manberg is blown up. Wilbur wants to surrender, but Tommy challenges Dream to a duel because this kid can duel, baby! If he wins, L'Manberg gets its independence. If he loses, Dream gets Mellow High, one of his beloved discs. Goes to show how much Tommy was willing to sacrifice for his nation. But yeah, Dream wins, so Disc Saga over. L'Manbergians head back to their nation, very defeated, and Fundy reads out Osmondius. Oh, people are gonna butcher me for that pronunciation. A poem about a once great king of a fallen empire. I wonder what that could symbolize. To secure independence for L'Manberg, Tommy ends up handing over Mellow High and Cat. This kid. Dream takes the discs, and Wilbur writes a new declaration of independence from the Dream SMP team as witness. Tommy is declared Treasurer of State, and Tubbo is declared Secretary of State. Fundy gets the title of Little Champion. The group rebuilds the Camaravan, and they want to create a war monument. So Wilbur declares himself President Soot of L'Manberg. Eric is now declared King of the Dream SMP for her service in the war. Both sides claim victory as L'Manberg got its independence, but is still technically under the Dream SMP, not its own server. So the Dream SMP still counts that as a win, because they didn't go off and form their own server. And with that, I declare this video over. This will be an ongoing series in which I go through the lore of the Dream SMP and possibly characters in it. So, if you want to see the series continue, press like, subscribe, and comment anything you want to know more about the Dream SMP that I could possibly research, any characters that you're deeply invested in. I'm pained. So yes, continue to support this, because the Archivist, I'm here, baby. Wonder if anyone will actually watch this. Also, I spent like 20 minutes doing my hair only to get it continuously ruined by the amount of costume changes I did. Not the brightest idea I've ever had.